Good morning. Hi. Am I awake? No. Are you awake? Maybe. It depends all on you. Okay, let's go. Sorry for this little bit of delay, but hey, I need to wake up before starting to read, right? I have a feeling that Bill is not here. At least you are. As you can see, it's a little bit dark in here. There are clouds outside. So many clouds, so I hope the storm is not gonna come. Oh hey! Just when I say that. Oh, are you gonna play D&D? Or Oando? At least you didn't miss anything. Because we didn't start yet. Okay, I can open my eyes up yet. Not tonight. Finish gaming sessions for tonight, but something is for later. Oh yeah, it's still night for you. I always forget that there is like 9 hours difference or 10 hours difference between us. Because for me, it's already 8 AM. But yeah, as you know, we are gonna continue Fluttershy's Hare Day with chapter 3 and 4. And it's gonna be crazy because Fluttershy is now a bunny, and we learned that Angel Bunny is actually the couple who runs the town, which is actually a real town. There is actually a bunny city, and they are gonna go head there. Oh, hi, Ilya! Hi! I'm surprised to see you here. But obviously, you are the one who requested this. Lot of materials. That's a good question. Even if not, he probably saw the video that was published later on. Luckily you can watch back the live shows, so that's fine. And we have this little bit of talking session before we start the actual thing, so everyone can arrive in time. And I'm checking the latency and everything else should be fine. So, let's see, are we ready to continue? Fluttershy has spent her day, because I'm curious if Fluttershy will realize what the capo or the boss means. Okay, I guess it's time to start. We don't need this song. Interesting music. Chapter 3. Yep, this is where we are. We finished chapter 1 and chapter 2. And they went to sleep on a field. Which I said it was a really stupid idea, because even though Owlicious... Oh yeah, I remember that Owlicious's name is written a little bit strangely for us. But Owlicious is not eating bunnies, but there are still some other night hunters out there who do that. Angel! Angel bunny! Angel, wake up! Angel pried upon an eyelid and squinted up into the pair of big teal eyes staring down at him. What do you want, Shy? He groaned. It's morning. Fluttershy said happily. You said you would take me to visit the place where the animals live today. Angel rolled over and buried his face in the grass. He replied disinterestedly. Fluttershy paced back and forth on the front lawn of the library as she waited for Angel to pick himself up off the ground. The sun was barely peeking over the horizon, but she was already excited to get started with her day. If all went well with Owlicious' research, this could very well be her only remaining day as a rabbit. She couldn't waste it. Fluttershy giggled to herself at the thought of finally seeing the place where the animals spent their time when they weren't visiting the cottage to eat or receive some other treatment. Surely such place must be some kind of friendly underground utopia, especially if it was under the careful care of Angel and his friends. Yeah, careful. Careful care. Yeah, you definitely missed her train, because this is the next day already. Angel finally sat up and glanced at the sun. He frowned. Seriously, Shy, he complained. I said we could go to the city today, but I didn't think you wanna go so early. He got his feet and glanced around. Although I guess we might as well. Since the police aren't out and about yet, it will make for a quick trip back out of Ponyville. We'll spend the afternoon down there, and then come back to town tonight, where hopefully we will find Feathers with the cure for this mess. No, they won't. Not yet. Or definitely gonna be some problems down there. Angel stretched for a moment before glancing at Fluttershy to make sure she was ready to go. She's way more ready than you. Then he took off down one of the streets. After only a few stops to avoid the passing hooves of a few particularly early risers, the two rabbits reached one of the pathways that stretched out from Ponyville into the countryside. He pointed to a large, low hill, at the top of which sat a Naruto stump. "That's the place," he announced. "Under the stump is the main entrance to the biggest animal residency in the immediate Ponyville area. It's also the closest one to the Everfree. In fact, some of the furthest reaching tunnels expanding out from the main area reach right up to the borders." "Wow," Fluttershy said. "The Everfree forest is even further than my cottage. I didn't know the rabbits even had tunnels that long." Angel smirked. "Hey, you underestimate us, kid. Where do you think my tunnel in the cottage ultimately leads?" he guessed. "The cottage is directly connected to the master underground network by several tunnels, since everybody knows that a visit to the main mare is a great way to get a bite to eat. You may not be available to provide right now, but your friends are doing a fair enough job in your place." Angel marched up to the hill and hopped into the tunnel nestled between the roots of the stump. Fluttershy was able to easily follow. This tunnel was very different than the one they had used to sneak into the library. While that one was incredibly cramped and uneven, this one was wide and smooth. It was clearly used very often, and probably frequented by animals larger than rabbits. Angel hopped over a few roots, growing across the path, and turned another corner. Fluttershy followed. The sounds of the footsteps of the distant voices of small animals began to reach her sensitive ears. Fluttershy could barely stop herself from squealing in delight, and her destination drew near. The pair arrived at an obstruction, a pair of crude swing doors fashioned from slabs of rotting log. Angel pushed them open and motioned for Fluttershy to follow him inside the chamber. Cautiously, she entered, peering around the interior in interest. Wow, the interior in interest. This was unquestionably the largest underground chamber Angel had shown her thus far. The ceiling was so high, even a full-grown pony could have fit inside. The interior of the room was several pony lengths in both length and width, creating a considerable large space for a small rabbit. The chamber was packed with various creatures, milling around as they tended to their daily business. The impression Fluttershy got was not unlike that of Ponyville Market on a busy morning, only on a much smaller scale. She scanned the crowd of animals, searching for any she recognized. The group consisted primarily of rabbits, but there were a variety of mice, squirrels, and other smaller mammals, as well as a few frogs and lizards. There was even a small water inlet on one side of the room, where few fish gathered. "Oh my!" Fluttershy breathed. "It's even bigger than I expected. But what are they all doing here? Collecting money for me?" "This is just like the market in Ponyville," Angel answered. "So they are socializing and trading mostly. We don't really have any currency like you ponies do. We just trade resources for the most part." A few feet away, Fluttershy watched as a deal was struck between an old chipmunk and a little mole, who exchanged a few types of nuts and berries with one another before departing again. I wonder if this gave her the idea for Animal Sanctuary. We will see what will happen to Animal City. The timing does line up. Well, obviously, if something happens to Animal City, like, I don't know, maybe some roots of the Everfree forest taking over the tunnels that they have. Remember what happened when Celestia was kidnapped again by the Everfree? It probably ruined all the tunnels. That's why she probably made the sanctuary. I wish I had put something around to trade with somebody, she mumbled. I wouldn't worry about it. Angel said, you will find that more than a few critters are willing to give me a little of theirs for free. I will just share the little with you. Battleship down? Oh, that one, okay. I saw the original one. Not the adaptation. For free? Fluttershy asked. Oh, they must want to thank you for providing them with all the help. You and others, other rabbits agree. Oh yeah, sure. Something like that. Angel mumbled, glancing around the chamber again. Anyway, come on, let me show you around here. Around somewhere else. Oh, but aren't we even going to meet anybody here? Fluttershy asked. I... kinda, but not fully. It was a long time ago. I was very little when I saw it. I just remember the character, basically. I tend to forget things that have happened way before. I even tend to forget things that happened yesterday. Yeah, later, said Angel hurriedly. He seemed a bit rushed for some reason, as if he Okay, let's open up the notepad. Let's open up Chapter 3. There we go. Later, said Angel hurriedly. He seemed a bit rushed for some reason, as if he wasn't comfortable spending too long in this place. Fluttershy gave in and followed him onwards. Angel proceeded down one of almost a dozen tunnels, branching out from the central room's perimeter, with his companion close behind. As the sounds of the main plaza began to fade, Fluttershy began to see small openings in the walls of the tunnels ahead. These are the dens. The dens? Huh. Are they playing something there? Angel said, everybody who prefers to live underground lives down in the tunnels, surrounding the plaza. If you were becoming a permanent resident, I would set you up with a nice place down here. But I imagine by this time tomorrow, you will be back into a cottage, in your cottage, and this is less rabbit-like. So I quick door. Again, copy. So a quick tour we'll have to do. So yes, Ilya, if you know, we are writing down the little typos like this. So a quick tour, and he wasn't comfortable. It's not. These are not big problems. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna write down all the little problems that he can fix, and I'm gonna send him all the little typos. It's gonna be much better if he can fix those, and it's much better if we can spot them. It's not nitpicking, it's just helping out the writer. Angel peeked into one of the dens, where a chipper-looking grey rabbit was dusting his furniture. The instant he noticed Angel standing in the doorway, he dropped his tiny dust clothes and stood a salute. Good morning, couple. What can I do for you today, sir? Angel waved a paw, and the other rabbit dropped his salute. Relax, Angel said. I'm just showing my friend here around town. Oh, that works as well. Dice. Well, make yourself at home, then, sir. The rabbit insisted. That won't be necessary, said Angel curtly. We are not sticking around. I just needed a good example then to show off, and yours was the closest. Fluttershy smiled as she glanced around the rabbit's home. A number of pieces of furniture were built from discarded scraps from the world above, much like the room Angel had taken Fluttershy to shortly after her transformation. A store of vegetables was stacked in the corner. The whole place had comfortable feel. Fluttershy realized that if she was in fact a rabbit looking to live here, she would be quite happy in this place like this. Well, chapter 3 by far is winning with the typos. It's very nice, she complimented, earning a small smile from the dance owner. I'm guessing you are one of the Angel's workers then. It's probably due to his hard work, then you can have a nice home like this. It's really good. He really is good to everyone, isn't he? Angel looks at the owner, the homeowner, dared to say no. Dared to say no. To Fluttershy's surprise, a brief look of worry crossed the grey rabbit's face, and he glanced briefly at Angel. His small frown was quickly replaced with another smile. Yes, of course, he replied. Keep up the good work, couple. Angel nodded. Yeah, well, come on, Shy. Let's leave this fellow to his business. Okay, Fluttershy agreed. Thank you for showing me around, Mr. Rabbit. Oh, no problem, said the grey rabbit quickly. Fluttershy hopped out. Angel waited until she was a few feet away, and then turned back to Grey Rabbit, putting a paw to his mouth to hide his words from Fluttershy. Don't forget, there's a meeting tonight, 9 PM. I'll be there, sir, the Grey Rabbit replied. Angel just nodded, before exiting the other rabbit's home. Let's bookmark this. There we go. There you go, that's the bunny rap the bunny down song for us. Today we're on in much the same way as Fluttershy was treated to several more highlights of this animal city. She became acquainted with a few more rabbits that worked for Angel, and was shown many of the shortcuts used to allow the animals to reach a number of key locations on the surface above them. The level of organization of the sprawling underground complex was incredible. However, Fluttershy couldn't help but feel slightly troubled about the recurring personality trait of many of the rabbits she encountered. Angel, she said finally, as she followed her guide toward another wide public area. Is it me, or do some of the rabbits seem to get a little nervous when we come in? Is there something going on? Angel stopped, thinking quickly. No, nothing is wrong. I think they are just a little antsy about getting to meet you. I mean, you are the main mayor after all. They are probably just trying a little too hard to make sure they are living up to your expectations. Sure, they don't even know that it's Fluttershy. Oh, well, I think most of the rabbits I've met today seem to be just splendid little dears. Fluttershy said, their homes are lovely, and they are very respectful. Come on, let's go visit another one to prove it. Fluttershy turned abruptly to head down another tunnel, but Angel leaped into a path, spreading his arms and blocking her way. Not the tunnel, he insisted. Fluttershy cocked her head. Why not? Because, Angel fished for an excuse. Because we are bothered enough citizens today, don't you think? I'm sure they are fine. How about you and me go into the town and get something to eat instead? I have a feeling Fluttershy almost wanted to drug them. Truth is, Angel Bunny and Carl Shark are business partners. Or were, right? Well, they were business partners. Not anymore. Fluttershy paused, thinking, then shrugged. Okay, I guess you know the best, Angel. She agreed. Angel breathed a discreet sigh of relief and led Fluttershy onward to the tunnel he chose. A few minutes later, the pair arrived at what could be only described as a laid-back rabbit version of one of Ponyville's cafes. The fairly large subterranean room was dotted with tables built from a variety of wide, flat rocks of debris from above. Fluttershy giggled when she noticed a trio of bunnies in one corner, playing some soothing jazz using hollow strings and pieces of grass. This will do, Angel said. You hungry, kid? Fluttershy's stomach growled before she could respond. She smiled sheepishly. Angel walked up to the counter. The rabbit standing behind it started. The rabbit standing behind it started when he noticed who was standing in front of him. Probably was startled, right? No, it's not the players, not the music players. It's the counter. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's probably startled. Oh, afternoon, couple, he said. What will it be? And just shrugged. Just a couple of carrot slices. And bring some for the lady too. She is in me. Rabbit glanced briefly at Fluttershy, then back at Angel. I got that right away, he said. And we happen to be lucky enough to have a little cider available today. Would you either of you like some? Cider? Fluttershy asked. You mean like the apple cider Applejack makes? No, it's alcoholic. This one is alcoholic. Yes, Mom. The rabbit behind the counter said proudly. Care for a cup, little lady? Sure, said Fluttershy, excited to be able to enjoy a familiar treat, even here in Animal City. The rabbit disappeared into a small chamber behind the counter to prepare the meals, while his customers waited in the front. Hey, boss! Angel and Fluttershy turned around, coming face to face with two familiar brown rabbits from the day before, as they hopped briskly towards Angel. Oh, hi, Buttons! Fluttershy said cheerily. Oh, hello, boys! Angel greeted. What's up? Couple, we have some news to report, one of the Buttons said. Some more information about the big job. Angel winced, and Fluttershy looked curious. The big job? She asked. What kind of big job? Oh, it's nothing really, said Angel quickly. Just a routine community clear project or something. Or something. It's probably or something. Fluttershy appeared to be ready to ask another question, but Angel managed to spot the perfect distraction, sitting at the table in the corner of the room. Oh, never mind that, he said. It ain't something you would be interested in. But speaking of interesting, do you recognize that fellow over there? Fluttershy looked at the table, to which Angel pointed, and was momentarily taken aback. Sitting at the table was an animal which she had yet to encounter in the city. Contrasting starkly with the rabbits, the little creature had scaly green skin, and green, oblivious looking purple eyes. Oh my god, what is Gummy doing here? Isn't that Gummy? Pinkie Pie's alligator? Fluttershy asked. Oh, I'm curious what he did with Gummy. Because this was written way before that episode when we realized how intelligent Gummy is, actually. Isn't it Gummy? Pinkie Pie's alligator? Fluttershy asked. Bingo! Angel said. Now, I gotta talk to the boys over here about some boring business stuff. So why don't you go over there and have a chat with him? I'm sure it will be more entertaining. But Angel, Fluttershy retorted. You know, I want to learn more about how you run this place. I don't think your business is boring. I think it's wonderful. Alright, tell you what. Angel said. You go chat with old Gummy now, and I will fill you in on the details about business later. After all, we might not be able to run into him again, and you don't want to miss the chance to meet one of your best pets, do you? Oh, that's true, Fluttershy agreed. Alright, Angel, I'll talk to you about it later then. At a girl, Angel said. The waiter will bring you your carrots and cider, and it's on me, so don't worry about it. Just don't take Gummy too seriously. He is a little, And he stopped, groping for the right words. He's a little unique, but he can be fun to talk to, provided he's actually making any sense today. No, he's definitely not gonna make sense, just like Pinkie Pie, right? Fluttershy giggled. He sounds a bit like Pinkie Pie. Yep, he does. She chuckled before hopping over to the alligator's table. Angel waited until she was out of earshot, and then turned to the Buttons, who both continued to stand at attention. There was a brief, awkward silence, then Angel proceeded to once again slap both his henchmen across the face. You two morons, he scolded. Sit down over here for a second. I don't think either of you understand the gravity of the situation. Angel motioned swiftly to an empty table, But the button brothers immediately sat down. Angel scowled at the buttons as he sat down himself. Listen, boys, he said, as levelly as possible. It should be clear that this whole incident with Fluttershy wasn't supposed to happen. If everything was normal, she would still be a cheerful and massively oblivious mare, shelling out food for us 3 times a day up at the cottage. But her being a rabbit now has changed the situation a bit. Angel leaned in closer, not wanting to be overheard by the other patrons of the cafe. Now, here's the problem. Fluttershy doesn't quite understand the mechanics of our little organization. She is gone and convinced herself that I am some kind of patriarch for this town, like her mayor is the Ponyville or something. She has no idea how this committee really works. And we need to keep it that way? One of the buttons guessed. Angel put a paw to his forehead in disbelief. You numbskull! Of course we need to keep it that way. Don't you understand the implication of Fluttershy finding out what we are really up to? Oh, what are you really up to? Now I'm curious. The buttons shook their heads in unison. Angel sighed. I've been going way out of my way to show only the parts of the city that present qualifies, that fits Shy's delusions about us, he said. If she had any clue about how unsavory this whole operation really is, and what's life like behind the scenes, what do you think she would think of us? The butler shrugged. Angel banged his fist on the table. She would be furious, and don't tell me you two haven't seen the main mare when she's furious. It's somewhat terrifying. She would hate us all so much that she would probably stop providing us with the surplus that we need to keep this business running the way we want it to. Angel paused briefly to let the implied consequences sink in. So, when all is said and done, he summarized, the main mare's opinion of us is directly tied to the well-being of the organization. And it's becoming increasingly difficult to keep the truth from her when a couple of jamooks like you two keep blabbing about our plans right in front of her. Am I making myself clear? Jamooks! That's a new word. What's a jamook? Is that actually something, or just... Oh, it's a Chinese driver. An idiot loser, okay. It's actually a word, okay. Finally, the button is nodded. Good. Angel said, Now, you two know we have a meeting to discuss a big job this evening. You can tell me whatever it is you need to tell me then. I will make sure Fluttershy is occupied somewhere else, and that Feather the old stuff who lives at the library is working on a cure for Fluttershy's problem, so hopefully things will be back to normal by tomorrow, and we can get on with planning this properly. Right, boss? One of the buttons affirmed. Sorry for the trouble. The other added. Good. I'm glad we understand each other. Angel said. There was a short pause. Then one of the buttons cautiously spoke up. Boss, aren't you worried that crazy green guy's gonna tell the main mare about our organization? It's not... It sounds like something like that, but I think it's more. You only get your food when you are working for me. And everything you work, you are paying up extra for me. It's something like that. The protection money, right? I'm providing food for you. And I'm protecting you from everyone else. But if you don't pay up, they don't have money. At least that's what it's it's strange that they don't have anything that counts as money. At least that's what Angel says. But is that true though? Angel Scott. Gummy doesn't understand the organization well enough to realize that it's a bad thing. He replied, "You know how he is. He just goes around spewing physical nonsense about anybody who will listen. He doesn't seem too concerned about the shady business we are running here. He probably just gets out like on life from that mare he lives with. But he is no threat to us, and I don't think he's going to tell Shy anything." And he said everything. At least not directly enough for her to understand it. I just stood up. "Now, we need to get going. After Shy is done here, I want to get her out of this place before anybody else lets something slip. And I would appreciate if you two just keep your trap shut around her until she's a mare again." But don't you forget that she's gonna learn your language after this? And you shot one final glare in the button's direction to emphasize the point. His point, okay, it's a his point. Before turning and nearly bumping into the waiter who had been trying to deliver his order. "And what are you looking at?" he asked testily. He snatched his mail from the tray and jammed it into the cheeks in one huge bite before storming off to find Fluttershy. Flutterfly, yeah. Okay. Let's see. "Hello?" Fluttershy asked. Joey stared into space, unblinking and apparently oblivious to Fluttershy's presence. "You're Gummy, aren't you?" she asked hesitantly. "You can talk, can you? Can't you?" Gummy stepped out of his trance, rather suddenly, rapidly turning and positioning his face just an inch away from Fluttershy's. There was a long pause, in which the alligator stared directly into the poor rabbit's eyes. "Oh." I have no idea how Gummy should sound like, but yeah. "Sorry, I didn't see you there," he said finally, returning to his initial partially reclined position. "As usual, I got a little caught up in thinking about this and that and whatnot. Too many things bouncing around inside my head, like jumping beans, you know? Sometimes I get distracted when I'm concentrating too hard on everything I have to concentrate on." Fluttershy wasn't sure how to respond to such greeting. Luckily, Gummy continued after a moment. "So, I heard you mention my name." The creator gurgled. "That means we have met somewhere. Where was it? Did it have something to do with the party Pinkie Pie threw last week? It had too much punch to remember much of that. Or was it something less formal? Maybe we exchanged names briefly while passing by, and I simply failed to stop and take note of those around me. Like I said, I tend to get distracted. But maybe it wasn't that at all. Maybe I..." Gummy stopped speaking suddenly. His eyes went wide as he appeared to have an epiphany. "Oh, maybe I met you in my dreams," he gasped. "Perhaps subconsciously, I am fond of all your rivals." "No, wait," Fluttershy cut in, becoming increasingly confused. "You are overthinking this. I'm just a friend of Pinkie Pie, that's all." "I do tend to overthink things," Gummy mused, nodding his head to emphasize. "It often causes me to get distracted and repeat myself." Again, Fluttershy was left without an immediate response. She was saved for the trouble. she was saved the trouble for a moment. The waiter arrived to deliver her meal. A plate containing a few carrot slices and an upturned and hollowed out knot, holding a small quantity of cider. So, you know Pinkie Pie, huh? Gummy asked. Lucky you! The man knows what she's talking about. You just have to be able to understand it. Yes, sure, I'm sure he does. She does. Yeah, I remember how he sounds like, but I can't imitate that, that's for sure. I'm Fluttershy, by the way. I'm usually a pony, but there was a bit of accident, so I'm now a rabbit for a bit. Oh, are you? Gummy asked suspiciously. Tell me, Fluttershy, you define yourself only by your outward appearance? What? Fluttershy asked. I mean, I don't know. Oh, none of us know. Gummy announced. How can we know what the deciding factor is determining who we are? Look at me, I'm a toothless alligator. Can I be still called an alligator at all, or am I some kind of pathetic lizard thing? And has my condition really caused me to move beyond the habits of my kind, or am I still some kind of gourmet predator who is simply unable to fulfill the predatory needs due to the simple dental anomaly? I'm curious about something. The one lines Gummy had in the show was philosophical. Was this story edited after that, or did the show rip off this fake off? No, I'm pretty sure that Gummy being philosophical was a meme since he showed up. And episode 100 was a nod to everything that the fan base did. So episode 100 was not really a ripoff, but it was basically yes, he's philosophical. So I don't think this was re-edited. Yeah, episode 100 was full of memes. Gary paused and violently banged his head on the table a few times, nearly spitting Fluttershy's cider. The rabbit looked on him concerned. What? Enough talk about me, let's talk about you. Gary suddenly announced, acting if he hadn't just had a violent existential outburst. What brings you here today? Yeah, because it was the first time when he spoke. Fluttershy remembered what Angel had said. Trying to actually follow Gummy's train of thought would likely be disastrous to attempt. She decided to follow his advice and just play along. Well, I came here to visit the city with my friend Angel, she admitted. Once I'm a pony again, I won't be able to fit down here anymore, so I wanted to see. Oh, you know Angel? Gummy interrupted. Well, how about that? So do I. Quite a busy one, that Angel. Always ruining the lives of everybody living down here. Or maybe making their lives infinitely better. I guess that depends on both who you are and what your perspective on things is. Fluttershy blinked. Surely that could have been another of Gummy's philosophical ramblings. She hadn't seen anybody here all day who had complained about Angel or the job he did for the community. She let it go without further thought. So, what brings you down here? She asked the gator. Oh, so what brings you down here? She asked the gator. I assume you spent most of the time in Sugar Creek Corner. Oh, not really, Gummy said. I wander around. It just seems like I'm always there because if Pinkie Pie needs me for something, she will find me. You know how she is. Just because I'm down here in the coffee in Secret Animal City, which the ponies on the surface are entirely unaware of, doesn't mean I'm out of reach of Pinkie Pie. She's just that good. She just needs to reach in her mane and suddenly a hoof comes down from the roof and grabs me. That's how it works. I don't know how that actually happens, but hey, don't question Pinkie Pie. That's true, she is. Fluttershy admitted. But at times like this, when Pinkie Pie isn't looking for you, do you usually come down here? Gummy nodded. I like to spend down here. Nothing helps me contemplate a problem for every possible viewpoint, like bouncing some ideas off a rabbit like you. Admittedly, most of the rabbits are less inclined to hold a conversation with me than you are, though. Huh, I can't imagine why, Fluttershy thought. Question the pink! Nope. You can question the pink, but you will not find answers. It's not really a problem, though. Gummy admitted. That response in itself gives me plenty more to think about. I sit here pretty often and think, and I come up with all sorts of opinions and guesses about how life works in this land of Equestria. Only problem is, when I think too much, I tend to get distracted and repetitive. Oh, I've noticed. You said that 4 times. Have I? Case in point then. Gummy looked at Fluttershy expectantly, as if waiting for her to ask another question. She paused briefly to nibble on one of the cards and take a drink before continuing. Although Gummy's unblinking stare quickly became unnerving. So, are you actually part of Angel's Workforce? She ventured. Oh, no, not really. Gummy answered. I'm not down here on a regular basis, and some critters tell me I'm not particularly reliable, so Angel never counts on me for anything he actually needs, done in a timely fashion. But every now and then I will help him gather supplies that may be difficult for rabbits to get to. Being aquatic does have its advantages. He leaned a little closer. What about you? Are you helping Angel out? Yes, she is. Well, I can't do too much right now, said Fluttershy. When I was a pony, I provided the animals with food and care whenever I could, but right now I'm a bit busy working on finding a way to return to normal. Gummy finally blinked. Fluttershy was convinced it was the first time she had done so since the competition started. That's not what I mean, but okay. Oh, what do you mean? I mean to ask if you are helping Angel with any of his timing. The plot armor saves Angel Bunny. Alright, Shy! Came out her voice. We are done. Let's go! Fluttershy turned around to see Angel approaching from across the room. She also spied the Bottom Brothers rapidly exiting the cafe. One moment, Angel, she said. Gummy and I were just finishing our conversation. Fluttershy turned back to the alligator for a moment. Now, what were you saying? Gummy did not respond. He gazed into the distance, his eyes fixed on an arbitrary point in space. Fluttershy waved the paw in front of his face, but he did not respond. In shock, she realized that the blank stare she normally received during the past encounters with him were actually a result of his becoming lost in a trance-like state of higher consciousness. Never mind. She mumbled, following Angel out of the cafe. He's a bit distracted right now. And that was something. The question is, did he actually realize that he shouldn't say anything and he just shut his mouth? Or did he actually go in trance-like state? When Shy looked at the Mario Brothers music explicitly played. Maybe. And she heard the sight, Yahoo! From that direction. Cool and fresh air washed over Fluttershy as she and Angel exited the tunnels and stepped out onto the hillside. She was shocked to discover that the sun had already disappeared below the horizon. Only a few lingering rays of sunlight remained. "We spent all day down there?" she asked incredulously. Time flies when you are having fun, doesn't it? Angel chuckled. All feathers won't be ready for us for a couple more hours though, so we should just find somewhere to relax for a while. Angel hopped along around the perimeter of Ponyville for a short distance, stopping on a ridge covered in a thick mat of moss. He sat down and Fluttershy flopped down beside him. "That was fun," Fluttershy admitted, resting her tired legs. Thanks so much for taking me to visit the city, Angel. It was so nice to meet other animals." No problem," Angel mumbled. "Listen, Shy, I gotta go and take care of something important. I'll be back in a couple of hours, and we will go straight to the library and get you cured. In the meantime, just take a break here." Fluttershy nodded slowly. Angel turned and began to hop down the ridge. "Angel, hold on." The white rabbit stopped, turning back to his companion. What's up, kid?" Fluttershy hesitated for a moment, and then cautiously asked the question she couldn't avoid any longer. "Angel, you do run the animal community when everybody's best interest in mind, do you?" Angel froze. In a fraction of an instant, his mind swirled with thousands of possibilities. Things Fluttershy might have seen or overheard in the city that he hadn't meant for her to notice. "I've been managing the truth over and over these last 2 days, but the only way out of this one is outright lie." Rabbit made his decision immediately. "Of course, Shy. I mean, come on, you know I'm a good guy, right?" Lucia smiled. "I know, I just wanted to make sure." She sat down on the mossy surface. "See you later, Angel." Yeah, see ya," he replied as he hopped away. Fluttershy sighed contently, gazing over the dark sky, where the stars began to flicker into view. The stars were the one thing that still looked the same for her. All around her, objects she had become used to were now of intimidating size, and the places and things that had previously been too smart to capture her notice were now apparent, and often very interesting to discover. But Pony or Rabbit, the stars still formed a comforting blanket of twilight lights, indifferent to the size of the inhabitants of the land below them. It was funny, Fluttershy thought, how this new perspective had changed her perception of Equestria. Every type of animal saw the world in a different way, and every object presented different uses or challenges to each of them. Fluttershy smiled when she thought of herself. Not 2 days ago, terrified and dismayed to discover a shocking transformation, but now that Owlicious had likely found a cure, her time as a rabbit was drawing too close. She found herself wishing for some more time. She felt safe and ready to explore when Angel was by her side, and the experiences she had done in the past 2 days were some she would never forget. "This week will have been better than the trip to Lost Pegasus," she thought. "I guess the heart's desire did its job after all. I really did get to learn more about my animal friends and the way they live. Grumpy little Angel, wise Owlicious, excitable Peewee, philosophical Gummy, and other others as well. Animals really aren't that different from ponies at all." Still smiling, Fluttershy reflected on her day while she waited for Angel's return. And now I already see the problem right here. She actually asked for actually knowing how the animals live, right? And the heart's desire doesn't stop until it actually gives you what your heart desire is, and goes overboard like the kitty box. I have a feeling that Fluttershy is not gonna turn back until she discovers what is happening down under. That is gonna be the cure. learning and experiencing. Angel Bunny stood by a stump that marked the entrance to the underground city. After checking the extensively to make sure Fluttershy had not followed, he dived into the tunnel. Oh, we are going down. Okay, let's follow. Him to the den. Why did she have to ask that? The rabbit thought to himself. What's she trying to do? Send me on a guilt trip? The rabbit shook his head forcefully. Get it over it, Angel. She's just so critical. No need to get all sentimental just because she can talk to you now. By tomorrow everything should be back to normal, and we can get back to work. And the seeds were planted to kill the kittypox. Sakura claimed that it would only grow if the truth is spoken. All that would have to happen is honest apple saying. Yep. That's true. The problem would be, Quill, don't forget, if Applejack didn't say it, because she was not actually Hope. She wanted Apple Bloom to learn her lesson. So she not fully hoped that that worked. And it wouldn't be a honest Apple saying right there. Or you mean if Apple Bloom said that? Well, then for her it would be like, oh yeah, I sure hope this works and cures my kitty pox, but I hope it still leaves me with one of the kitty marks. Like I might have hoped that, but the plan shouldn't care. It should easily be able to figure out the truth, instead of being worried if any other pony speaks the truth. That's true. But yeah, by tomorrow, everything should be back to normal, and we can get back to work. Forcing Fluttershy out of his mind, he proceeded to the large chamber that had been set aside for the scheduled meeting. Dozens of rabbits waiting within quietly. Wow. Dozens of rabbits waiting within quietly instantly, and turned to him expectantly as he entered. Hey boys, said Angel coolly as he strolled to the front of the room. Let's get started. You all know why we are here tonight. It is time for the official unveiling of the big job. Mama spread throughout the assembled rabbits. Now, as many of you know, Angel continued, the Butters and I have been working very hard on planning this little thing. We needed to wait for the right season and conditions before it was safe to initiate anything. But now, we are almost ready to go. Angel paused for a moment before speaking again. Now, I'm sure many of you are wondering what exactly we are going to be doing during this job. Well, it's time for me to shed some light on that. Every now and then, we send a group out to Sweetapple Acres to do some resource gathering, namely collection of apples. Sure, carrots and other veggies are a lot easier to get hold of, but apples are quite a treat. Unfortunately, it's hard to to get more than few. That pesky Collie and the stubborn Polly who owns her are onto us. And it's a nightmare trying to smuggle any uppers into tunnels with them around. As a result, our supply of apple products, including cider, is always very low. Now, we should realize how much the cider Fluttershy just drank worse down here. Many rabbits nodded in agreement. Well, the Butter Brothers stumbled across a useful bit of information a few weeks ago. And yes, sir, and it turns out the whole Apple family will be out of time for one afternoon next week. And at the same time, a large field of apples at the farm will be turning ripe. So we have organized a large-scale heist. We are going to swipe hundreds of apples from sweet apple acres and issue a period of unlimited apples for the rabbits. I have a feeling this is sometime around when they are going out to learn everything from the apple family. If Pinkie Pie is part of the family or not, maybe. We are apples to the core. A cheer broke out among the crowd at the prospect. Angel raised a paw to quiet them again. Now, today is Thursday. The apples are going to be out of town on Tuesday. Oh, Thursday, Tuesday, okay. So it's Tuesday at noon that we will all assemble here, go over the plan and head out. The whole thing should go off without hitch. The entire property will be unguarded, and the apples will never know what hit them. Angel's expression become more serious. And as with everything this organization does, keep this one on down low. We don't want anybody to overhearing this that isn't supposed to. An episode when the history of Main Six getting their kitty marks. AJ was chasing down some rabbits, stealing apples. She called them thieving vermins. This is her first that. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. And Angel is behind all of this. Important thought to cut to Angel. And on the topic, he continued. Some of you may have noticed the pink and yellow rabbit that's been following me around for the last 2 days. That's the main mare, and it's extremely important that she doesn't hear a word about any of this. If it all goes well, she'll be a mare again by morning, and we won't have to worry about it. But it's still important to watch what you say. The army of rabbits nodded collectively. Angel placed his paws on his hips, satisfied. Alright, we are clear. Tuesday, noon. Be there. Quickly and quietly, the group of rabbits exited the room. After a moment, only Angel's 2 officers, the Buttons, remained. Now what, boss? One of them asked. Keep the situation under observation and keep me informed of any more news. Angel inserted. Unfortunately, I have to go and babysit the main mare some more. I'll probably see you boys on Saturday. The Buttons saluted. Yes, sir. Good night, couple. Good night. Angel mumbled as he darted from the room. I guess we are going back to the library. Again, I'm just finding music by the titles, so there we go. It was nearly midnight by the time Angel and Fluttershy reached the Ponyville library. Luckily, Owlicious sat perched on the windowsill. ready to carry them inside, so they didn't have to use the dangerous passage beneath the stairs again. After two week flights, both rabbits stood once again in the interior of the darkened library. Here! Greeted Bibi, who fluttered from his perch to the table where his teacher sat. Uncle Obi and I have been really busy. We found out all sorts of stuff about the house's Hare. Was it me who... Okay. I just didn't know that it's supposed to correct. Okay, we don't need to correct it. I can delete that. That's correct. You're right, Quill. Deleted the light. Cryo headphones challenge chat match. Yep. It does. Uncle Obi and I have been really busy. We found out all sorts of stuff about the High Hare. That's great, Fluttershy responded. What have you learned, Owlicious? Well... Owlicious crackled his beak nervously. Would you like the good news or the bad news? Angel sighed. I guess you should start with the good, Feathers. Yes, of course, said Owlicious. I do have very good news, baby, and I have determined the cure for Fluttershy's affliction. Ah, good, said Angel. I'm too busy to keep following around. Hand it over so we can get this fixed up. Well, therein lies a small problem, said Owlicious. You see, I don't exactly have the cure available. Fluttershy and Angel both frowned. Where can we get it? Fluttershy asked. It's not available anywhere in its finished form. Owlicious explained. We're going to have to make it. That's not a problem, is it? Angel asked, raising an eyebrow. You're a smart guy. Can't you mix it up for us? I can. Owlicious answered. The problem is that I do not have the ingredients. You too will have to collect them for me. Oh yeah, patch quest! Yay! Angel groaned. And how long that's gonna take? I don't know. Owlicious admitted. I'm imagining this resulted with the bad news. I don't have the cure, but at least I know what it is. Then the good news would be, I don't have the cure. That would be the bad news. And the good news will be, but I can make it if you get me the ingredients. Angel placed his face in his paws. Great. Just great. And here I thought this was gonna be over tonight. He turned to Fluttershy, shaking his head in frustration. Kid, looks like you and I are gonna be spending a little more time together than I thought. In the depths of her mind, Fluttershy acknowledged that this was perhaps not such a bad thing. Alright, said Angel, turning back to Owlicious. So the good news was that you know the cure, but the bad news is that we have to make it ourselves. Oh no, said Owlicious. The fact that you have to make it yourself was just part of the information about the cure. I haven't heard the bad news yet. But we are wrong. Uh-oh, Fluttershy squeaked. What's the bad news? Well, while we were researching last night, Pee-wee came across the most interesting passage about reversing the plant's effects. As he said. Yeah, Pee-wee agreed. It's something about the effects of the hot desire being affected by the moon and the day-night cycles. You see, our wishes continued. We discovered that hot desire tends to take effect overnight, usually precisely at midnight. This has something to do with the moon's positioning at the time, but since it's irrelevant, I won't bore you with any further explanation. This explains why Fluttershy woke up to find herself transformed yesterday morning. She was fast asleep before the change occurred. How is this bad news? Angel inquired. It's not. All it required context to understand the real problem. Alicia said. You see, we have come across the most troubling detail about the effects of hard desire. Its effects on the body change after a certain period of time has passed. How so? Angel asked, noting the worried expression on Fluttershy's face. Well, Fluttershy has already been a rabbit for 2 days now, Alicia said, and according to the book, that means she has... He glanced at the clock, which at that very moment began to chime, indicating the arrival of midnight. Approximately 5 days from right now, to get a hold of the cure. Fluttershy didn't like where this was going. And let's say I don't manage to get the cure in time, she started. What would happen then? Arceus referred, he said, nervously. Fluttershy, if you haven't taken the cure by midnight at the end of Tuesday, I'm afraid you will be a rabbit forever. Dun dun dun! Well, we guessed that would happen. But it should be easy to get the ingredients by then, right? Because obviously, wait, how much time does Angel left? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Exactly 5 days. They had a big job. So he's finished already if Fluttershy is not turned back at that time, because he will lose the chance to do the big job and he will have to babysit Fluttershy forever. And they will lose their income as well from the main mare. The rabbit is bigger to place the small creature, plus more dangerous. Yep, that's true. Okay, I guess you can continue with chapter 4. But before we do that, I'm gonna grab some milk. But Angel incentive to have. Yep. Just a second. I'll be back really soon. And I'm back. Obviously, we don't want my throat to be dead after reading. So we have to keep drinking. And it's actually really hot outside, even though there is still no sun. The sun is still hiding behind the clouds. But let's continue with chapter 4. But just after Fluttershy had learned that she can become a bunny forever if she didn't get the cure in 5 days. Fluttershy was stunned in silence. She stood staring into space, her mouth dangling open. A bunny forever? Angel looked just upset. By Tuesday? He asked. Well, Tuesday is the day of the... He caught himself, noticing the others looking at him curiously. I mean, Tuesday. Yeah, we still got some time. Please tell me more. Tell me there ain't a whole lot of ingredients we need together, Feathers. Well, let me see. I just began. At first, PB actually made the suggestion that we simply reverse the transformation with an additional dose of Heart's Desire, but unfortunately, that will not work. Why not? Fluttershy asked. Something about the magic of the new desire interfering with the magic of the old desire, said Owlicious. I remember overhearing Lady Twilight talking to Master Spike about a filly in town that had contacted Cutie Box from the use of Heart Desire. Luckily, Lady Twilight's zebra friend was able to supply the necessary cure, but even if she had known that the Heart Desire was the cause of the ailment, a quick bit of research would have revealed that further use of the plant would only make matters worse. Are they gonna make the flower again? And does Angel have to say the truth? I just tossed the book on the floor, so I glanced at the diagrams within and immediately felt a bit nauseous. As you can see by the figures in the text, I just explained, a new dose of Heart Desire cannot effectively override the first one, since even the first dose is still acting on the desire of the one who has eaten it. If the animal that has ingested the second dose uses it to fulfill desire contradictory to the first one, the two separate doses wage war within the body to make their selected effects apparent, often with disastrous results, so you will just kaboom! Explode! Owlicious flapped his wings and adjusted himself on his perch. In other words, your first dose of Heart Desire decided to grant your request by turning you into a rabbit. A second dose attempting to turn you back into a pony would compete with the first one, likely resulting in your transformation into some sort of horrific rabbit-pony hybrid. Even if such a creature is actually viable, which seems unlikely, it would just make things worse, as well as require even more complex cure. So you're telling me she would explode, then explode again? She would never stop exploding. She would be the explosion pony. Rabbit. Pony. Thing. The horrific rabbit pony hybrid who is exploding constantly and always changing. Well, she's already half vampire bad pony. Yep. Fluttershy's ears drooped. An insecure like that was too good to be true. After this revelation, Ashes continued, we were left with no choice but to find a proper cure for reversing the effects. This is complicated slightly by the fact that the cure differs based on the problem the Heart caused. While Truth Bloom was the only component needed for Cutie Box, restoring your original form requires different ingredients. And those things are... Angel coaxed. Ashes looked uncomfortable. Well, I have good news and bad news again. Ah, of course. Angel sighed. The good news is that there are only 3 ingredients, and I know what all of them are. I just said it proudly. The bad news is one of them only blooms at winter, and it's summer right now. The bad news is that the location of the third one continues to elude me. Yep, if we don't figure it out soon, trying to make the cure is gonna be pretty pointless, PB added. I just stand to such a glare in PB's direction that the tiny phoenix squawked in fright and slipped into the empty inkwell on the desk. Please, don't be alarmed. I was urged as Fluttershy's expression turned to panic. I simply haven't had the proper time to pursue all of my resources. It has been only a day since I started, after all. I'm fully confident that I can find the location of the certain ingredient, and in the meantime, you two can gather the other components. If all goes as planned, the ingredients are simple together. We could have the cure ready in just a day or 2. Plenty of time for you to beat the time limit. Oh my god, this reminds me of the odd movie. The very odd movie of MRP. I forgot their names. Grindel and Greta or something like that, the 2 little witches are gathering ingredients. If all goes as planned, and the ingredients are simply together, we could have the cure ready in just a day or 2. Plenty of time for you to beat the time limit. The quicker the better, Angel grumbled. What do we need to find, fellas? Oh, the first one is easy. I'll just begin. Crushed sapphire. Sapphires can be found in the barren fields outside of town, also in Hare's shop. Of course, if the 2 of you are resourceful, you can probably find one somewhere in Ponyville, and save yourself a long trip to potential dangerous area. Bring it back here, and I will use the equipment in Lady Trial's laboratory to crush it for you. Except if Spike eats it first. Right, they should have plenty of sapphires. Fluttershy observed. Do you think we could get one from her? Maybe if we can find one lying around. Angel answered, we can't exactly just walk up and ask her for one. I see there's gonna be a problem. Opalescence. If they go there. The second ingredient, I will just continue, is the pink water lily. This species of flower is slightly less common than the normal white lily, but it's easy to find. There are lots of them growing on the lily pads on the lake just outside of the town. Fluttershy knew exactly what Owlicious was talking about. She had seen the flowers growing there all the time when she visited the lake to feed some of the aquatic creatures, and it's not really that far from her cottage at all. I was thinking about the cat as well, but Fluttershy has the star. Rated R. Yeah, but she is much smaller. So I guess the star still has a little bit of less effect. I suspect that gathering these 2 ingredients should be a simple task, even for a rabbit, Alice said, especially with Angel's extensive knowledge of the Ponyville area. Internet. Got that right. What's the third one? The third is an extremely rare species of fungus. I was just sad. It's called the twinkle cap mushroom, and I'm afraid I just haven't figured out where it's found yet. Back to the Angel Bunny. It worked on Angel Bunny because he is still the same size as Fluttershy, but Opalescence is like 4 or 4 or 5 times the size of a rabbit. Opal is right now much bigger than Fluttershy. Yeah, pretty sure it's somewhere in Equestria though. PB caught from the inside the info. Also wanted to spend PB another glare. Stare. This of course fair due to the fact that PB still protected his tiny hiding place. Well, didn't she use a stare on a full-grown dragon? Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. But it did. Did it work? Yes. So you might be right. But she said she doesn't like to use it. If it's not needed. So they will definitely try to get by without using it first. I bet my friends could help me find that mushroom. But as I said, quietly. But unfortunately, I wasn't supposed to get back from Las Pegasus until yesterday morning. By the time my daughters noticed something wrong, it would be already late. Fluttershy stomped to the floor, depressed and worried about days to come. Shake it off, kid, Angel said. You and I have been hard handling this so far, and we will keep this up. We will have the cure before you know it. You are still okay with helping me? Fluttershy asked. She will only use it when it's important. That said, I don't think how many times per day she can use it. I don't actually think there is a limit to that. Well, it's not a D&D skill. It's not like, oh yeah, you have this skill that you can use once per day. No. It's just her sentimentality that she doesn't want to use it. Well, we didn't see her try many times. I know she used it twice. At least twice against the bats. Angel rolled his eyes. Oh, only because the quicker I get you out of my hair, the quicker I can get back to business, he grumbled. Fluttershy pulled the angel into her. Oh, you want your excuses? She giggled. Kid, come on, don't make this any worse than it already has to be. Baka. Baby and I will continue our investigation on the Winkocup mushroom, as is promised. Once you two have gotten hold of the sapphire and the pink photo lily, come back here. Once again, the Earl gave his visitors a lift out of the dark library. Andrew glanced around the deserted streets of Ponyville. It also backfired when she used them with bats, so it's clearly magical, but maybe like a catnip. I don't know, catnips are magical. Only as an excuse to get out of my hair. I think that was not a mistake. Cantrip, not cat. Wait, what's the cantrip? Then. Oh, it's a witch's trick. I didn't know that word. I knew the word in Hungarian, but I didn't know that word in English. Catnip. That's how we are gonna use the spells from now on. Basically, cantrip is like a levitation for unicorns. Levitating your pen. Or quill, in their case. In that case, Takeshy must have lots of catnip. Huh. It's way too late to do anything tonight. Hey but get some catnip, Shy. Get some sleep, Shy. You go find the stuff first in the morning. Oh yes! Speaking of catnip, they can get some catnip to make opalescents go to sleep. Can't they? Because it shouldn't work on bunnies. Fluttershy settled down in the same patch of grass as she had the night before, but she knew sleep would not come as easily this time. Yep. Okay, I guess we are going to the Casa boutique. I have no idea what which song should fit. This should work. Yes, sir. What now? Yes, sir, boutique. Oh, you missed the quote right there. That's country-like. I don't know if we have any elegant from this. Well, disapproves. No, she doesn't. she likes being rolling around in the mud all the time. Don't you remember? Stuff that's not fun. No, I don't think I have anything for that. Nope. I just remember the look on her eyes when she said that. Just a second. You'll find something. This is definitely not the one. Just keep this kite over. I don't know. And I need to copy this. This is chapter 4. Proceed. Casa Boutique, Fluttershy repeated, as she and Angel proceeded through the streets of Ponyville on that bright Friday morning. It's Hattie's shop, and also where she lives and designs her dresses. There is nowhere in Ponyville where we are more likely to find the sapphire than right there. No, that's not true. But they don't know about that gem cave just yet. How come Angel doesn't know what Casa Boutique is? Good question. Well, probably they are going around that. They are not getting close to that place because obviously that was stated that bunnies are not going to crowded places, and we know that Casa Boutique is actually getting money to Rarity, so much money that she can open 2 other shops, so there are definitely a lot of customers that we just don't see in the show. So they don't go close to it. They just didn't even know the name of it because they shouldn't get too close. I think the gem cave is very uncut of the diamond dogs. In fear of her, those dogs are leaving her alone. That's another story though. Maybe yes. Fluttershy pointed to the building she meant. Angel glanced up in it and grimaced. Oh, this place, he mumbled, staring up at the decorated boutique. If we're gonna poke around here, let's be quick about it. I almost said, if we're gonna puke around here. Why? Fluttershy asked. A less than friendly acquaintance of mine lives in the area. Angel answered. I would rather not risk coming across her. Alright, we'll be quick, Fluttershy answered, turning back to the building. Now, we need to find a way in. Don't you have any secret tunnels into the boutique? Have you seen this story before? He was the one that suggested me to read this, or requested me. So I guess that's a yes. And just shook his head. Not here. Anybody with a lack of sense stays away from this place. Fluttershy frowned. Well, maybe we can find a window or something. Fluttershy wandered around the side of the boutique, and Angel followed by glancing around apprehensively. What are you so nervous about? Fluttershy asked him finally. I thought you were in charge in all of the animals. What's first that could happen? We will run into somebody you don't get along with. Not quite. Angel said, let's just say there are a few animals in Ponyville that are a little less likely to behave. Fluttershy spied the window. It was open just a crack, as it was a bit too high for her to reach. She stood pondering away to get to its height, when a sudden appeared that I did the tiniest rustle in the bushes behind her. She turned around and was greeted by a large pair of green eyes. Angel? Quiet, kid. Angel said, looking the other way. We don't gonna get seen around here. But, there's somebody in the bush. Oh, what are you talking about? Angel froze, stopping in mid-sentence, when he saw a pair of flickering eyes in the shop. Run! What? I say run, kid! Angel turned and attempted to flee, but too late. A white shape shot out of the bush and landed on top of Fluttershy and Angel. Fluttershy only had a moment to gasp before she was knocked to the ground, hitting her head and quickly passing out. Okay, then they had no way to run around. Wow, there are lots of fire extinguishers, firemen going around. Obviously it's hot, so there tend to be fires. I guess I found some that fits Ratty's boutique. Kinda. She passed out. Then can't see the star. Can't use the star. Should have been still. A person's eyesight distracted by movement. Also, they were. It was actually tracking them, so she could have used the star. He doesn't know the name of the shop, but he knows the place. He doesn't come here because Operations is here. That's the explanation. It was the flowery perfume smell in the air that coaxed Fluttershy back to consciousness. Barry! She opened her eyes, rubbing her sore head with a paw. Wherever she was, it was almost totally dark and totally silent. The only light came from a tiny flicker in the distance, which appeared to be a small flame, and the only sound was rapid thumping of the foot of the rabbit standing next to her. As Fluttershy's eyes adjusted to a low level of light, she was able to see Angel standing beside her, his arms crossed and his right foot tapping the floor, as he always did when he was nervous. He glanced over as she sat up. "I told you it was a bad idea coming here," he whispered. "We are in for it now." Fluttershy looked around, bewildered. "But where are we?" "In a boutique." Angel answered quietly. "I can't see a thing though. The blinds of curtains are closed. That little scented candle on the counter is the only light in this blessed place. She could be right on top of us, and we can't even see her." "See who?" Fluttershy asked. "The one who captured us, you bonehead!" Angel grumbled angrily. Upon investigation, Fluttershy realized that the two of them were in fact trapped in some sort of small prison made of crisscrossing plastic strips. It's usually what it looks like," Angel said. "She trapped us under an overturned laundry basket." "Yes, I find that works so well for keeping rabbits contained." "Oh. It's Opera." "Yes, I find that works so well for keeping rabbits contained," came a slow, malicious female voice. From behind the workbench came a monstrous white cat, her green eyes glowing eerily, and her teeth glimmering with a wicked grin. A gemstone, covered in the hundreds of multicolored facets, was set into a collar, and lock of hair was tied above her head by a large purple bow. "Opalescence," Angel said acidly. "How nice to see you." "Likewise, Angel, likewise." Opal hissed, grinned evilly as she slunk around the perimeter of the overturned laundry basket. "How is your little operation going?" "I don't think that's any of your business," Angel replied stubbornly, expectantly hiding and any fear he may have felt. I believe we don't know if we've been part of the story. Maybe also Tank? Did the turtle also appear somewhere in season 2? This one I do forget. I don't know when Tank appeared. It was the race, right? Let me see. Applebox, Season, Ghostbusters, Fluttershy, Look Before You Sleep. Sonic Rainboom. Viduna was definitely in the story. Let's see, it was season 2. Yep, I know what the episode title was. It was season 2. Season 2 episode 7. So he is there. He should be in the story. Opal laughed mirthlessly. Same old Angel. To be honest, I'm not interested in little games anyway. I'm much more interested in this friend you have brought with you. Have you finally gotten yourself a special somebody, Angel? Which episode was in season 2? Season 7, yep. No, it shouldn't be. Because this was written before the finale. At least it was put here, so who knows? Angel presented to Gag. Hardly. I just been helping this poor kid out with a little problem. Opal raised an eyebrow. Really? Well, I would say the two of you have much bigger problem now than you did earlier today. Quill, why does Opal actually makes me think of the new form of Karchak? And Angel is doing it out of the kindness of this angelic heart. Yeah, sure. Shy, try to convince her. Angel remembered that she watched the cat circle the prison. Maybe she will listen to you. Opal, it's me, Fluttershy. Fluttershy squealed. You know, the Pegasus pony who takes you to the groomer sometimes? Opal leaned in close to the basket and took a long sniff. She crunched up her nose. Ah, yes, that's Fluttershy, right? How did you manage to get yourself turned into a rabbit? Fluttershy tried to explain, but Opal held up a paw before she could say anything. Oops, I don't care, the cat said, turning her nose up haughtily. A pony before, a snack today. Funny how life works that way, isn't it? Opal lifted one end of the basket with a paw and scooped Fluttershy out with the other, dropping it again before Angel could escape. The former squeaked in fright as Opal's heavy paw pinned her to the floor. Opal? Angel warned. I can't say I'm surprised at you, but seriously, if you are the main mare, I'm gonna put the hurt on you. She is way too valuable of our food supplier. Opal chuckled. Oh, that should be funny. Little angel bunny trying to put a hurt on me. My, I'll get a snack and some entertainment this morning. Opal looked back at the rabbit struggling beneath her paw. Now, where was I? With a devilish smile, Opal leaned down to take the bite out of prey. Fluttershy whimpered. Okay, this is way too happy music for that. With a devilish smile, Opal leaned down to take a bite out of her prey. Fluttershy whimpered, covering her face with her front paws and waiting for a distinct feeling of having her abdomen eaten. Wait, did Fluttershy get this feeling before? And Opal bites. Fatality. Roll credits. And the rest of the story is just her friends trying to find out what happened to her. Instead, the air was filled with the raspy sound of Opal's laughter. Cautiously, Fluttershy peeked out from behind the paw. A cat standing over her was shaking in fits of giggles. Oh dear! It's just so much fun scaring the living daylights out of you, rabbits! Opal chuckled. You should see yourself, darling! You are positively quaking right now! Opal lifted a paw away, motioning for Fluttershy to stand. She gazed up at the laughing cat, very confused. Wait, so you're not going to eat us? Opal scrunched up her nose in disgust. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't dream of touching a rabbit unless it's important. I have a refined taste, you know. Fluttershy could hear Angel slapping a paw to his forehead in irritation, besides the fact that he was some feet away. Besides, Opal continued, why would I eat you over a rabbit? As a pony, you are certainly more pleasant than that heck of a unicorn that attempts to take care of me, or worse still, her infuriating little sister. Given her position on Opal's mania, Fluttershy decided against arguing in Rare's defense. Now, this leaves just one more question, Opal purred. What possessed you two to come into the boutique today in the first place? Most rabbits tend to avoid me, and with good reason. So, I was a bit surprised to see the capo himself wander under my yard. We came looking for the sapphire. Fluttershy said quietly. I know Rarity has a lot of them, and she told me I was always free to use them if I wanted to. I kind of needed one now, and this seems like the easiest place to get one. An interesting expression crept across Opal's face. Well, isn't this an interesting situation? I think there may be a way we can both come out of this with some little gain, little Fluttershy. That's Opal for you. Angel grumbled beneath her basket. I scrap you are going to find a way to make us earn that gem, right? Well, of course, Angel, Opal announced with a cynical laugh. Rarity may be an embodiment of generosity, but why should that mean I have to be? I can easily get a sapphire from the storeroom for you two, but I don't think I will. Not unless you can make it worth my while. Angel groaned. Let me out from under this basket, and maybe we will talk. Opal slanted over the laundry basket and overturned it with a flick of her paw. Angel scampered out and hopped out to Fluttershy. You think we should do what she says? He asked. I mean, we are dealing with one of the coolest, greediest, and least trustworthy animals of all of Ponyville. Opal pretended to be offended. On the first of two accounts, you are completely correct, Angel, but when it comes to being trustworthy, I you really want to talk? I guess Opal is seriously one of the biggest threats to Angel right now. Because she can talk to Fluttershy. She can talk the talk. And say the truth. Opal glad. Angel glad, and Opal gave him a malicious smile. Shut up, you lazy bag of fur! He shot back. What do you think, Shy? Do we humor her? I think we have to, Fluttershy answered. If we try to get a sapphire from the giant fields, we risk running into the giant dogs, and I'm a little more scared of them than I'm of Opal. True, Angel agreed. Alright, Opal, what do you want? I'm glad you asked, Opal purred. This is one thing I've been trying to get my paws on for some time now, and I'm finding it rather difficult, but I think a pair of resourceful rabbits like you should be able to get it easily. Well, except Phenomenon or Tank to be more helpful. They are friendly, even though the dog is technically a predator too. It depends on what they ask for. Well, we are listening. Angel said. Well, this is a quest within a quest within a quest. Get the cure. To get the cure, you get the ingredients. To get the ingredients, you need to finish a quest. And to get that something, they will definitely need to do another quest as well. You see, Hare served me the most atrocious cat food. Oppo complained. It's terrible stuff, no flavor at all. Can't you see I'm a cat of high class that deserves only food of the best quality? But I digress. The point is, I know of something that can make even the blandest meal into a feast fit of green. It's a spice, sold at the stall at Ponyville Market. Hare purchased it and allowed me to taste just a bit one day, and I shall forever loathe her for never allowing me to experience it again. It was truly wonderful stuff. Is it catnip? I have a feeling that's catnip. Oppa licked her lips, thinking about it. Now, if the two of you can manage to get a can of that spice and smuggle it back to the boutique, I will be able to enjoy weeks of enhanced food without Hare even noticing. In exchange for helping me spoil myself, I shall pay for one of her sapphires and pass it on to you. To get the cure, you need to class Megaphone 1, A, B, and C in turn, which is like as D and E and F. Then, they would have to prepare with catnip, yep. I guess we can do that. Fluttershy said, are you up for it, Angel? Why not? But did you forget something? We are bunnies right now. We shouldn't go close to the market, right? That's the first thing I said. Angel said, it's still easier than looking for sapphire somewhere else. We have a deal then, Opal said. Allow me to show you out. The crash pushed open the door, allowing light to flood the dim room. A staircase led downstairs into the showroom and the entrance of the boutique. Reddy was out at the moment, allowing for an easy exit for the two rabbits. Don't disappoint me now, Opal mused. If my cat food remains boring, I may consider trying a taste of a local rabbit after all. Angel and Fluttershy hurried away from the boutique, aware of the unfriendly cat, watching her retreat. They are out of danger zone. Shop thief? That sounds something that they might do right now. But that's when they are gonna get caught. Because I'm sure that they are gonna get caught. And some point will definitely see them trying to get the spice. We have a deal then. Opal go to see the star grin like Cheshire Cat. Well, she is kind of like Cheshire Cat. At this moment. After a brief stop for some light lunch, the two rabbits made their way towards the bustling epicenter of activity. That was Ponyville Marketplace. The pair peeked out from behind the building, scanning the arrangement of the carts for one selling the spice Opa desired. Alright, we need a plan or something. Angel said, we have to get in, avoid getting run over and caught by any of the ponies. Pull off the spice heist at the car, and then smuggle the stuff back to Carousel Boutique by tonight. A spice heist? Fluttershy said in shock. We are going to steal the spice? Angel gave Fluttershy an exasperated look. Do you have a better idea? Yes. We are rabbits. We can just walk up, hand over a few bits, and be on our merry way. Any car that sells something edible is going to have an owner that just wants to shoo us away. Look, kid. If you want to, when you turn back, you can give them. You can remember their faces and give them the bits you owe to them. Let's just say we are borrowing it, right? Okay? But stealing is wrong. Fluttershy insisted. We can't cheat the poor pony running the stall out of the money they deserve. Nobody should have to deal with being stolen from, not even a situation like this. Angel's experience in heists. He is at least level 60 with prestige class more boss. Yup. Angel groaned. We don't have a good choice, kid. We gotta get it somehow. Well, I still won't do it. Fluttershy insisted, rumbling on Angel. I may be meek, but I have my principles. I won't steal, and I think somebody who does steal from a good, honest worker is absolutely shameful. Oof. Angel shifted his weight uncomfortably as he considered that. Fine. Here's the deal then. He said quickly. We still the spice, and we currently have no legal way to get it. So how about we just borrow it for now, and as soon as you are pony again, you can come back and pay the owner full price, with interest if you want. How does that sound? I was actually right that that's what he would say. Fluttershy mulled over it. I guess that could work, she said finally. The owner will still have to go a few days without pay for the lost products, though. Hello! Hi! Oddy dog. We are already here for 2 hours. And we are reading Fluttershy's Bad Hair Day. We are at the 4th chapter right now. And Fluttershy and Angel are going through a heist. Fluttershy moved over it. Yeah, we read that. Kid, Angel grumbled. In light of your situation, you are going to have to get over yourself and just do it. Just do it! Do you want to be able to live a normal life with your pony pass or not? You have a point, Fluttershy admitted. Alright, Angel, we'll steal it, but I will pay the shopkeeper back for later for his trouble. Yes, you are paragon of virtue. Angel said sarcastically. Now let's go. Cautiously, the 2 rabbits proceeded into the busy marketplace. Across the square, a yellow earth pony with an orange mane narrowed her eyes. A yellow earth pony with orange mane. Is that Carrot Top? I see you thieving rabbits. Carrot Top mumbled to herself. Yep, it's her. I see you didn't learn your lesson the last 2,000 times. You may think you are being nonchalant, having out on other end of the market like that, but I know what you're after. You're not getting any of my carrots today, because this time, I'm ready for you! Ha 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 ha! Carrot broke into a fit of maniacal laughter. Ma'am, are you okay? The man stopped abruptly and blushed as she turned to the cornered pony in front of the carrot stand. Oh, yes, of course. Would you like to buy a carrot? Buy some apple! I mean carrot. And just scanned the market, as he and his partner crouched beneath the cart, selling lemons. Can you see the stall we are looking for, Shy? Yes, it's over there, said Fluttershy, pointing to a small stall across the market. See, it's a little one right next to the carrot cart. Oh god, it's right next to the carrot cart, obviously, duh. Right next to the... Angel started. You are kidding. This is just not my week, is it? Why? What's wrong? Fluttershy asked. Nothing. Let's go. Quickly darting under each cart, when nobody was looking, the two rabbits made their way around the perimeter of the market. After a few tense minutes, the two of them looked out from beneath the large cart, only a few meters from the target. A lanky and bored-looking dual purple stallion stood behind the spice cart. Okay, we need to figure this out. Angel said, this guy doesn't look like too much of a threat. We should be able to distract him or something, and then swipe the spice. Easy. The stallion wasn't paying much attention, and so Angel slowly began to creep towards the stall, with Fluttershy slinking along behind him. The winner took no notice. Huh, this will be a piece of cake, Angel laughed. As long as we don't get spotted by... Huh, trying to sneak past me, huh, you light-fingered rodents? Came an angry voice. I can appreciate how inconvenient the situation is for Angel. In fact, the situation seems to be more of a burden to him rather than Fluttershy. Yep, it is. Angel's eyes went wide as a yellow and orange mare leapt into their path. I know what you two are up to, the mare announced, but you won't be able to steal any of my carrots. Angel grabbed Fluttershy by the arm and ran, pulling the two of them under a nearby porch before the crazed carrot vendor could get to them. The mare snorted. That won't help. I'll be watching. Angel sat still, waiting breathlessly for the mare to give up. After a moment, she turned and trotted back to the stand. I thought she might complicate things, Angel mumbled. But why does the carrot top think we are here to steal from her? Fluttershy asked. Angel gave Fluttershy a disbelieving look. Kid, she's a carrot sales pony, he said. You know carrots are rabbit's favorite food. I would be surprised if there's a single carrot vendor anywhere in Equestria who doesn't want to keep rabbits away from the stand. Fluttershy thought about that. I guess that's probably true, she agreed. But still, rabbits haven't actually stolen from her, right? Of course not. Angel lied smoothly. Like you said before, kid. Stealing is bad, and all that. Luckily, Fluttershy would believe him. He crossed his arms, frowning. Unfortunately, that sales pony ain't making our job any easier, he observed. I'm much more worried about getting past her than I am about distracting the spy stall owner. I know from past experience that she is pretty protective of her carrots. I think I spotted my carrot top. The exclamation point shot above her head. A la Metal Gear Solid. I guess they can get a laundry box from Opal and just use it as a box. Right from her. And go by. That could work. Fluttershy glanced around the rest of the market, searching through all the other ponies until she spotted one she was looking for. Angel, she said quietly. I have an idea, but it's a little bit mean. I don't know if we should do it. Oh, let me hear it at least. Angel answered. There's one pony here who is pretty good at distracting Carrot Top, Fluttershy admitted. I think we should get... We would be able to get that. Because I think Metal Gear Solid is fine. There you go. Is it Derpy? No, I think it's one of the mare ponies. But I don't know. And you glanced around. Which one? Fluttershy pointed. Angel looked at the indicated pony who was standing in the middle of the market. Okay, Pegasus mare. Okay, it's Derpy. You're right. With a blonde man and a goofy expression caused in no small part by her misaligned eyes. That's Derpy, Fluttershy explained. If you can get her to be herself really, and to do it somewhere in the general vicinity of Karatop's stand, something will probably get destroyed, and we could take advantage of that distraction. Derpy and Karatop was one of the other memes as well. Oh, I didn't know about that. Well, we will need a muffin. This is the telephone game. This is definitely the telephone game, right? What they are doing. To get the cure, they need to get the ingredients, which is a sapphire this time. And to get the sapphire, they need to get the catnip. To get the catnip, they need to get the muffin. To get the muffin, they will definitely need to get something else as well. Fluttershy said, Chicago gives out free samples on Fridays. Even to bunnies? Angel blinked. So we need to get a muffin from the sweet shop, so we can use it to lure that weird pony to Grand's son, so she can inadvertently cause widespread mayhem. So we can steal the spice and take it back to Opal in exchange for the sapphire. Exactly. Angel slapped the paw to his forehead. And Fedor says this was gonna be easy. Ha! Sugar was nearby, and as the rabbits approached, they spotted Pinkie Pie hopping around in front of the store with a basket of fresh muffins splashed up precariously? Is that how you write it? Just checking. Yeah, that's how you write it. I have never seen that word written. I just heard it. On the head. If there was 3 muffins, wouldn't that be there too? You are absolutely correct. Quill. No, I know the word, I just checked if how it was written. I knew this word already. Just never saw it written down. 3 muffins! Pinkie chirped. Get them while they are hot and sweet and moist and full of yummy big goodness and... Pinkie trailed off, threw it for a moment, before shaking her head and getting hold of herself. Then she continued to hop around, shouting random passerby, I'm hungry now. Thank you, Pinkie. After I'm finished, I'm actually gonna go down to the shop and buy some muffins. if there's any left there. Because there is a bakery right next to us, which sells muffins. Okay, genius, what's your next bright idea? Angel asked. I don't think we are taking any muffins if she is carrying them around. Pinkie saluted to Takeshy and said, You're welcome, I just want to see your smile. And when you say smile with capital letters, I just realized it's Smile HD. I just remember that. I just wanna see your smile. Fluttershy giggled. Angel, I'm not sure you understand Pinkie Pie very well. Angel watched Fluttershy exit Angel watched as Fluttershy exited the cover of the building shadow and hopped right up to Pinkie Pie. Pinkie gasped as she saw the rabbit approach. "Oh, hey, you are the rabbit Hare told me about," she squealed. "That one looks like Fluttershy. That's so cute." Fluttershy stopped in front of Pinkie Pie and simply waited. After a moment, Pinkie's expression changed. Her eyes widened, and a huge grin spread across her face. I know, she announced. "I got some muffins here. Would you like one, little Flutter Rabbit?" Fluttershy held out her paws expectantly, and the muffin was deposited into them. She quickly turned and darted away, hearing Pinkie burst into another fit of giggles, before continuing to distribute them the free samples. Angel looked slightly shocked when she returned. "Kid, I wasn't expecting that," he declared. "Either you are smarter than you look, or Pinkie just talk." "Both. Right now, I'm betting it's a little bit of both." "Hurry," Fluttershy said. "We should go back to the marketplace before Derpy leaves." "Right behind you," Angel replied. It was like the other day at the market. Ponies were milling about, buying everyday things. As far as Derpy was concerned, nothing was unusual about today. But then, that smell reached her nose. The tantalizing scent of bananas and walnuts mixed together and baked into a pastry. The second she got the barest whiff of Derpy knew. This was no normal day at the market. This was Muffin Day! Immediately she froze in place, turning slowly, and repeatedly sniffing the air in desperate attempt to determine the source of a wonderful scent. It was apparent, even to the rabbits crouched under the nearby flower cart, that her attention was fully on the muffin smell. "Okay, here's the plan," Angel said. "I'll take the muffin and try to get the Pegasus to create the distraction. As soon as you have the chance, and grab a can of the spice. A can? Grab a can of the spice from the cart, and then head for the rabbit hole at Main Street as fast as you can. I'll meet you there." Fluttershy nodded nervously. "Got it. Try not to cause too much trouble, okay?" Angel didn't respond. He crouched, readying herself to spring into Derpy's view. "We got one shot at this," he said. "We would better make it to work." Carrot Top scanned the market. For now, the mischievous rabbits had disappeared. The mare smiled to herself. She had managed to protect her wares once again. A flash of movement caught her eye, and she turned and glared at White Rabbit charging towards her. "Oh, a direct assault, huh?" she snarled. "Bring it on, full bar! I'll take you on myself!" She raised her front hooves in an offensive pose as the rabbit charged across the market square, but at the last second, he turned and veered off down an alley. Carrot Top turned to give chase, but was stopped as another small movement caught her eye. At the moment, the would-be thief passed by. He had tossed something atop the pile of carrots she had onto the sand. The pony paused to examine the projectile. A muffin. For a fraction of an instant, I'm trying to realize what it is. A fraction of an instant. An instant is instant. You don't have a fraction of an instant. For a fraction of a second, Carrot Top was confused, but when the sound of charging hooves reached her ears, the rabbit's plan clicked into place in her mind. "Oh, that crafty little son of a..." Boom! All eyes in the market turned to the sound, witnessing the unusual sight of a charging Pegasus barreling into the carrot stand. The stand collapsed in a heap, the carrots spilled everywhere, and the awning strung up above the stand fluttered down, landing like a blanket over the two ponies in the pile of debris. A few feet away, the spice vendor, who had nearly fallen asleep, awoke with a start. He stared at the spectacle, not quite sure if he could believe his eyes. He was far too transfixed to notice the yellow rabbit that leapt up and stole one of his tins of spice. It would be fun if Fluttershy actually stole the bad bad can, not the one they needed, but basically like chili pepper or something. With a grunt, Cat poked her head out from the bottom of the pile. Darby, she said quietly, could you get off me, please? Darby pulled her face out of the dirt and tried to respond, but managed to make only a muffled sound, considering her cheeks were entirely stuffed with muffin. She swallowed up the animal's mouthful before grinning sheepishly at Carrot Top. Oops, my bad. It's not your fault, Darby, Carrot Top whispered. It's those celestial fostical rabbits. They think they've won. They think they've got the old Carrot Top beaten. I show them. They are playing with the big ponies now. And next time, I'll be ready. Oh yes. Wait, didn't you say you are ready already? Carrot Top's slightly maniacal rumblings were cut off by a fit of coughing. Dear Darby, seriously, could you get off? You're crushing my lungs. And we are done with the sneaking. A person spurred delightedly as she took a long sniff. Oh yes, that's the fantastic smell I'm looking for, she cooed, snatching the tin of spice the rabbit had presented to her. My dinner is going to be so much better now. It would better be, Angel snapped. It was a pain to get a hold of the stuff. Ignoring the grumpy rabbit, Opera slunk across the room, pouring the dash of spice into a plate of gummy cat food before stashing the tin beneath her pillow, where Rarity wouldn't find it. She switched her tail about gleefully as she took a few bites, purposely eating as slowly as possible to get an Angel's nerves. Sometime today, Furball, Angel said impatiently. Opal asked. Oh yes, you two wanted a jam or something? Let me see what I can do about that. Opal pushed open another door and stepped into the neighboring room of the boutique. With her gun, the heavy silence pervaded the dark upper room. You know, kid, Angel said to his quiet companion, you kind of impressed me today. I think you are starting to get used to being a rabbit. It takes a lot of both skills and strategy, and I think you had even me outmatched today. Fluttershy grinned. Wow, thanks, Angel. Don't get used to it. The other rabbit laughed. I don't distribute too many compliments. The door swung open, and Opera reappeared, carrying a sparkling gem in her mouth. She set the stone in front of her visitors. There you are, darling, she purred. Don't say I have ever done anything for you. I have never done anything. Fluttershy picked up the sapphire joyfully. Thank you, Opal, she said. I knew you were a good kitty. Yeah, she is wonderful, said Angel sarcastically. Come on, Shy. Let's get out of this dump. The sound of tinkling bell and hoofsteps beyond indicated Rarity's return. Oh dear, said Opal with another dark smile. It seems Rarity has arrived home. We certainly wouldn't want her to see rabbits running amok in her boutique. I better show you the emergency exit. Opal bounced forward and lifted Angel by the nape of his neck. The rabbit protested, but Opal paid no heed. She sauntered over to open the second-story window, leaned forward, and dropped her cargo out. A short tumble later, Angel landed with a thump in a thick bush in front of the boutique. At least that cat has the courtesy to drop me onto something soft, he thought. I figured she would have been cooler than that, but I guess she isn't really so... Angel's throat was cut off as Fluttershy fell on top of him, knocking the wind out of him. Have a nice day! Opal called from above, chuckling as Angel struggled for breath, and Fluttershy profusely apologized. With a final wave of her paw, the spoiled cat closed the window. Oh my goodness! Angel, are you okay? Fluttershy asked. Angel stood up, gasping. been better, he admitted. Kid, we really need to get you back to normal before you get me killed. He shook his head rapidly to clear it. Anyway, the sun is going down, and it's a long way to the lake where the next ingredient is. I say we make for your cottage tonight. We can drop off to the Sapphire and stay there overnight. Tomorrow we will get to the pink water lily from the lake, which will hopefully be a piece of cake compared to what we did today. Nope, it won't. Fluttershy, who hadn't been home since the morning, she woke up to find herself transformed, quickly agreed. We should be through the worst of this adventure now, Angel said as he led Fluttershy out of the town. I mean, after all this, what else could possibly go wrong? Really? You are gonna ask that question? That's a red flag right there. What else can go wrong? Everything. Everything can go wrong now that you asked it. Twice Sparkle yanked upon the door to the library, allowing Rainbow Dash to access. Hey, Twi! Rainbow said, just drop by to return this. What else can possibly go right? Yep. Rainbow reached into the saddlebag and retrieved yet another daring blue book, which she tossed into the receptacle for returned books. Oh, thanks, Rainbow, Twilight said with a smile. You seemed a little rushed. Is something up? Nah, I just got back from feeding the riddles at Fluttershy's place, Rainbow answered. She's been gone for, what, 3 days now? I hope she's actually loosened up a little and is having fun. A tip to last Pegasus isn't something you want to waste. She's wasting it, don't worry. I'm sure she is fine. Twilight assured her friend. Twilight is a little soft-spoken, but you know, she can take care of herself. Twilight paused for a moment before continuing. Why didn't you go along again? I know you said you really wanted to. Yeah, Rainbow said glumly. But my job comes first. Tomorrow is the day of the biggest storm of the season in Ponyville. I need to be there coordinating all the Pegasi. Me and a few of the really fast ponies need to redirect some air currents. And I got Flitter and Cloud Chaser managing the rain team. There's gonna be some thunder as well. Also, there is a unicorn as well. I don't know what he's doing there, but some pony says that he actually can fly. And some say he's a time traveler or something like that. I don't ask questions. Rainbow freezed, and after saying that. By the way, Twi, you wanna make sure you have the lightning covered up or something. I think the up is on the Thunder team this time, and we all know how that usually goes. Yeah, I record that episode. Twi quickly recorded the horror too unspeakable to utter aloud. She shivered. Rainbow chuckled. Don't worry, Twilight, I keep her from causing too much trouble. Even so, you probably wanna stay indoors. The weather is going to get nasty. That's true. That's why I said he is just there. I will. Twilight answered. Thanks for the heads up, Rainbow. See you later. Bye, Twi. Rainbow called as she shot out the door and into the sky. Twilight went back to the study. Owlicious hooted nervously from his perch. Something wrong, Uncle Ari? Peavy asked, tentatively. Owlicious ruffled his feathers. I must admit, I am a tad concerned for Fluttershy, he said to the assistant. I hope she and Angel stay safe during the storm. Most of the rabbits will be hidden deep underground, but if the two of them are out looking for the cure... Oh, come on! It can't be that bad, can it? The baby phoenix says. Well, now we know what can go bad, what can go wrong, right? Alice sighed. I don't know, but for Fluttershy's sake, I really hope not. And that is the end. Hey, we reached the end of chapter 4. The question is, right here, did anyone else read Opalescent's lines in the writer's voice? No? What is the worst thing that can happen? It's obvious when you ask that question, it's gonna rain, it's gonna thunder, you're gonna get wet, you are gonna fall into the lake, everything is gonna go wrong. Actually, want to leave a comment there yourself? I'm gonna leave a comment after I finished reading everything. But yeah, it's getting really interesting, the story at least. It's getting really interesting. There is still a little bit of, yeah, telephone game, I'm gonna get this, and this, and this, and this, the long and oblivious quest of gathering ingredients. And obviously there is a time limit. Why not? It's not just a time limit for Fluttershy, but it is a time limit for Angel as well. Yeah, I can leave a comment about this specific chapter as well, but I'm not going to do that. At least not now. Let's see. Change back to this. I'm curious. What do we know about the Twinkle Cap fungus or whatever it is called? I think we heard it. Twinkle Cap mushroom. I don't know. Did we have that in the story? In the actual canon story? Wait, one last thing. Who was watching this reaction? They thought how bad my accent is. It's not familiar to me either. I'm just thinking, no. I don't think we have met the Twinkle Cup mushroom. Well, obviously, even Owlicious doesn't know where it is. I'm seeing one comment right here, which I'm laughing about. Right here. Be very quiet. Quiet Top is hunting rabbits. It's rabbit season. No, it's duck season. Rabbit season. Now I cannot unsee that. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's a really fun little story, and we are halfway through the whole chapter, the whole book already, because we finished chapter 4, and chapter 5 and chapter 6 is gonna be on Monday. Yeah, on Monday. Well, Monday for me, that means Sunday for you. How should you? You need that to be part of your life. You know what needs to be a part of my life right now? A batch of muffins. Which I will really soon go down and get. I really hope that they still have some and it's not sold out. Muffins! You know what? Cupcakes I find too. Whichever they have. But I really need to eat something because I'm super hungry right now. So, yeah, the apple fools. She gives a goofy nod and squeeze on. But yeah, now I'm gonna leave. I had fun. I had fun reading this. As you could tell, especially with Opal. Opal was a funny, sarcastic character. Oh, thanks you. Again, what date is? It's Friday. So from 3 days from now on, the same time will be the next reading. I will put out the notification as soon as I finish this as well, so you can just check it. But now I'm going to eat. I hope I'm gonna get some muffins. And thanks everyone for being here. Writer did a good job portraying their personalities. Yep, especially Angel the couple. But yeah, thank you again for being here, and see you next time. Bye bye.